How dare they, liberal European nations, just threaten Trump in the most disgusting way possible. It seems some world leaders still haven't learned that it's a bad idea to threaten Trump and stand in the way of his protecting American interests. Especially when it comes to issues as dangerous as Iran's nuclear program. Trump is determined to scrap the disastrous nuclear deal that Barack Obama negotiated with Iran's Islamist regime, a deal that Iran has utterly failed to honor. Ending the agreement would reimpose harsh economic sanctions on Iran. But, European nations have grown accustomed to business revenue from Iran, and are willing to turn a blind eye to the Islamic Republic's defiant quest for atomic weapons to keep the money flowing. As such, the European Union has threatened to block American sanctions against Iran in order to protect European business ties. From the Daily Express. European countries, including the UK, have been looking at ways to increase trade with Iran since 2016, when world leaders agreed to lift most economic sanctions on the Middle Eastern nation in exchange for strict limits on its nuclear program. But President Trump has pledged to risk to war extraterritorial sanctions unless Britain, France and Germany agree to change what he has branded the worst deal ever to his liking. Speaking at a Euromoney conference in Paris, Denis Chaibi, head of the Iranian task force at the EU's External Action Service, said a possible option for avoiding a repeat of the BNP Paribas case was to resurrect a 1996 system of blocking regulations which would protect firms. He said, "We are looking at a number of possibilities. It is not complicated to do it legally in that the legal instrument exists, but it doesn't require a huge internal debate. That huge internal debate has to do with the fact that by taking such action, the European Union would be setting itself directly against American efforts to prevent Iran from attaining nuclear weapons. Not only does that risk infuriating Trump at a time when cash-strapped Europe cannot afford losing American business, it simply doesn't look good for them to put profits ahead of global stability and security."